Well, we welcome you into the Hoosier Gym for today's Hoosier Reunion Classic. And before we get to the top of the hour and our sponsors, we'll pause for today's colors.
The national anthem. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Well, on a beautiful spring Saturday, 21 of Indiana's top girls high school basketball seniors have stepped inside historic Hoosier Gym for one of the state's most anticipated postseason all-star games. It's the 19th annual Hoosiers Reunion Classic, next on the ISC Sports Network. Today's game is brought to us by Coca-Cola of North Central Indiana's Coca-Cola Baller. Since 1907, that's Coca-Cola of Kokomo. By Dan Thompson of Thompson Wealth Management, financial advice that is custom and financial advice you can trust. By Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know. By Lee Company, Indiana's largest equipment school supplier. By Visit Henry County, take your shot in Henry County. Basketball destinations and so much more. Visit hoopsinhenry.com for trip planning ideas. And by Pearson Automotive Tennis Club, year-round tennis available to you in Zionsville and at pearsontennis.com. Well, we welcome you into the historic Hoosier Gym in beautiful Knightstown, Indiana. Rob Brown alongside Jan Bozier. And Jan, this is one of our favorite events on the calendar, the Hoosiers Reunion Classic. First of two games, girls game, boys game to follow. Some of the top seniors in the state of Indiana kind of capping off their senior seasons with this All-Star Classic. The Hickory Huskers and the Terhune Tigers. Really looking forward to this one here this afternoon.
Always look forward to it. Been coming here for a long time. And listen, we got a great group of girls. Miss Basketball is going to be able to play. That's not always the case. And Spreen is here today to represent her school. And Miss Basketball, we have a lot of All-Stars and a lot of non-All-Stars. But in our book, they're all All-Stars. And how can you not love Hickory? You know, the historic game that from the movie Hoosiers. And it's a lot of fun, usually a lot of points, and maybe a little defense now and then. But if it gets close, the defense will kick in.
Well, the Terhune Tigers being introduced, clad in the blue and white uniforms. Hickory Huskers will be introduced in a moment. The two teams today named after the two combatants in the sectional final, depicted in the 1986 movie Hoosiers, filmed in this very gym here in Knightstown. 21 players dressed in this girls' game today, 22 players in the boys' game to follow us later on this afternoon. And as Jan mentioned, 9 Indiana All-Stars that will play in the Indiana-Kentucky All-Star game later on in June, combined in these two rosters. And the final two players being introduced, the gentleman in the blue pullover is Dave Shellhouse, the Purdue great from the 60s, 1962 All-Star and the Purdue All-American from 1966. He's the kind of honored guest here today to, I guess you throw out the first ball, but he's here as an honored guest of the Classic for the two games today.
I'll tell you what I thought was interesting about him. He averaged 34 or 32 points a game, and I'm guessing that's before the three-pointer. So that's an impressive stat that he brings to us here
and
today.
before freshmen were eligible.
That's
so that was
right.
in 3
3-year
seasons.
deal.
He was the first player to score 2,000 points for Purdue men's basketball. And now the Hickory Huskers being introduced. There you see Jordan Poole out of Fort Wayne Snyder, who finished runner-up in the Miss Basketball voting. Jan mentioned Chloe Spreen from Bedford North Lawrence. She is also on this Hickory Husker team. Actually, the top 3 vote getters in the Miss Basketball voting. There's number 3, Reagan Wilson from Noblesville, who finished 3rd in the voting.
Yeah, Reagan had a great year, averaged 16 for the Millers, and boy, they just had an outstanding season, got really hot at the right time.
Well, and Reagan Wilson and Miss Basketball, Chloe Spreen, also 2 players on this Hickory roster, Jan, who won state championships.
Yep.
Reagan Wilson, during her sophomore season in 22, was a key player on that Noblesville team that won the 4A state title, and then Chloe Spreen's Bedford North Lawrence Stars winning the 2023 4A state title.
You see Faith Wiseman from Indian Creek going to Indiana. Boy, she's a player. Indiana's going to welcome her with open arms. I had her in the Holiday Classic, and she is a solid player for the Hoosiers.
Janae Donahue, 2 Fort Wayne Snyder players on this roster, Donahue and Jordan Poole. Ayla Cole from Belmont up in northeastern Indiana, and then Miss Basketball, Chloe Spreen, the final player introduced.
Yeah, you were talking about her, and I've looked at her stats, but what's impressive is what she did for her whole career, Rob. She put together just a resume like none other as far as sectional championships, state championships, and what she averaged from a young age up to a senior.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time, back home again in Indiana.
We get a lot of tension sometimes. It gets quiet in here, and we're the loudest in the group.
Well, we'll now have the singing of Back Home Again in Indiana. So we'll pause for that. We've been told it's the Jim Neighbors version, so here we go.
That would be the Indianapolis 500 version,
Correct.
right?
There's the Jim Neighbors Back Home Again in Indiana. And we're set to go. We've got Dave Shellhouse. As he's going to throw out the first basketball, or at least throw it up in the air anyway. Our three officials today for this girls game, Darren Wright, Jerry Middleton, and Rod Weiss. We should mention, Jan, before we get started,
Right.
Kevin Lewis, longtime IHSA official in multiple sports, but I think best known for basketball, passed away a couple weeks back. We saw him honored at the boys' state championship game. His funeral is today.
Right.
He was a native of Howard County, or Wayne County rather, and so our thoughts are with Kevin and Kevin's family as he is laid to rest today.
Yeah, no question about it. I actually worked with Kevin, just a class guy, loved basketball, and loved young people to work with him.
Chloe Spring goes right to it to start this ball game. So the Terhune starters, and back the other way, scoring quickly, is Ellery Minch from Mount Vernon.
And for those of you maybe for the first time looking at this, a smaller court, you will see the 10-second line is overlapped. That gets a little confusing, but they adjust. But what it does do is bring really quick play to the game.
Julianne Woodard from Jennings County, her three-pointer hit the wire above the top of the rim, so that's a dead ball back to Hickory. So Jordan Poole from Fort Wayne Snyder with the basketball out there with Chloe Spring. Adrian Tolan, number 23, had the basketball initially. Tolan out of West Lafayette High School. Here comes Woodard the other way. Poole's got the steal. Poole's pull-up is short and out of bounds. Talia Harris from Fishers High School with the basketball. Peyton Bench from Plainfield out there as well, number 34 in blue. Kennedy Fueling from Norwell, number 10, rounds out the Terhune 5. Errant pass is turned over, so a couple turnovers to start the game. Rachel Harshman, number 35 for Hickory out there to begin. Faith Wiseman, Jan mentioned, number 33. In the lane, Spring lost it. The team's kind of settling in. We'll play 4 10-minute quarters. Woodard's three is missed.
And that's typical for this game. It takes just a little while to get a little bit of a groove. Some have played for a while. Some are playing other sports. So sometimes it takes just a little while to get back in your basketball legs.
Poole down the lane, leaves it for Tolan. 10-footer is missed. Loose ball on the deck. Woodard first to it. And Harris knifing through the lane, flips in the runner and put her on the line.
Really nice, quick move, and that's what she has been known for all her career. Harris out of Fishers, just a phenomenal player, just under 15 a game, and this is what she has done so well for so long.
Harris going to play in the ASUN Conference at Mercer next year. Left-hander, free throw is good. Basket counted. They scored the basket.
Yeah, it should be one shot. There we go. We got it. Even referees have to kick it back in a little bit. They've been off too.
And the scoreboard is not even remotely close to correct. It should be 3-2.
I think everybody's adjusting, Rob.
Or actually, that is 5-0. Yeah, that is correct. Spreen flips it in.
Now, I've not seen Spreen play live, but man, everything you read and hear about her, she's the real deal.
Minch's three is short on the front rim, and Weissman collects the rebound. Poole fouled near midcourt. Jan mentioned the dual line, so this is not a regulation court, as you may have surmised.
It was back in the day.
It was back in the day, back in the 20s.
Back in the day, this was the court.
Harshman backs, fade away on the baselines over the rim.
And there's some who think we should make the court bigger today.
Harris pull-up is short. Woodard digs out the rebound. The possession continues for the Tigers. Binge's pass is thrown away. Harshman looks ahead. Great diagonal pass to Tolan, who missed it, but Wiseman's there to clean it up and lay it in.
You know, another piece about this course, Rob, if you look at the free throw line, what we call the paint red, you can see what used to be the lane. Look how narrow it used to be, and that's where they got top of the key, because that looks really much like a key. And so that's where the whole top of the key thing come from. But that's how narrow that lane was at one time.
Wiseman missed the free throw. Fewing hits the three. First three of the game, Kennedy Fewing hits. So the second timeline that's crossed, that's the break the 10-second count, but once you break that, you can go back to the back one. That's the room you have to work the half court. Binge drives all the way against Weissman and misses. Tough rebound in traffic, and a turnaround is flipped in by Julianne Woodard.
Yeah, going to Michigan State. She is so strong around the hoop. Had her a couple times. Averages around 17 a game for her senior year.
Poole's 15-footer is short. One-hand rebound goes to Fewing. Binge tries three. Rainbow off the back of the rim, gathered in by Weissman.
Weissman, really tall player. Hoosiers going to love that length.
Harshman's three is short. Tolan, offensive rebound. Count it and put her on the line.
Well, and her coach is setting down just from our Do Right, of course, well known here, broadcaster as well.
Change shot.
Change shot.
Tolan's coach.
Yeah, excellent coach. Excellent broadcaster, too. Always has the girls 3-8-4 games. Been doing a long time. She's such a class act. Really got to know her this year. I really never got to meet her and spent some time with her. Just a phenomenal lady.
She's done some work with us here on the ISC network.
Sure has.
Turnaround, nice turnaround by Woodard, but the shot too strong from 12. Spreen on the push. All the way, and nice block by Minch to turn her away. Woodard driving kick, Fewing. Thought about the long one, pulled it back. Woodard for three, got it.
And that you can see why Michigan State likes her. She's 6 foot, very lengthy, could go inside, outside, and for a 6 foot, she handles the ball really well.
And if you play a 4A schedule like Jennings County did, and over your career you score 1,700 points and over 1,000 rebounds, you've had a tremendous career. Back the other way, Harshman scores. It's 13-9, nearing the halfway point of the first quarter. Harris gets the high screen. Weissman picked her up on the switch. Woodard in a triple team, fouled from behind by Poole.
You're seeing Woodard being awful active in the games that I had her this year. That's what she does. She's so active. She's always moving without the ball. So hard to defend, and she's a mismatch. You got to find somebody 6 foot who can guard a guard.
And here comes the shift change toward the scorer's table for the Huskers. Woodard's first free throw is no good. New faces in all the way around. Talk about our coaches for a second. Amy Shear, the head coach at Columbia City. 14 years, 193 wins to her credit, coaching the Huskers. Her daughter Olivia, who played for her at Columbia City, is her assistant coach. Woodard splits the pair and checks out after the make.
Yeah, it's really awesome for them to give up some time to help put on this. And what they try to do is just try to keep everything equal as possible and try to keep this as organized as possible. And they don't have much time to do that either.
Get you the new faces here.
Oh, great pass.
Nice pass in deep, but the shot missed by Haley Cole. Fighting for it, last touched by Kamara Mills. So Reagan Wilson, there's Haley Cole. Reagan Wilson putting the ball in out of Noblesville. Allie Harness is into the game. Harness wearing the goggles. With the basketball, Janaea Donahue out of Fort Wayne Snyder. There's Harness with the basketball. Ava Zilkowski in as well. Swings to Wilson. 13-10 the score. Wilson cut off. Harness drives, runner in the lane too strong. And rebound collected by Allie Caldwell out of Zionsville. Caldwell tries it, nails it.
Wow.
Just into the game, Allie Caldwell collects and hits.
Just under 14 a game, had no problem with that one. Now we're going, here we go, Rob, here comes the threes.
Called a 2 by Caldwell, that's Donahue for 3. Shot missed. Donahue.
Nice pass.
Put it up, put it in.
Really nice pass. Intro pass from Bull.
Zilkowski ties it up. Scoreboard reads 15-15. Not sure that score's right, but we'll see if we can't get that reconciled. Caldwell picks it up, fouled in the deep backcourt by Harness. So they square the score up at 15-15. So that is the score we'll go with.
Harness getting after it here defensively. Wow.
Shot is hit. Minch hits the 3, making it 18-15.
Minch, really good shooter out of Mount Vernon, averaged 14 a game. Solid player.
Donahue lost it, got it back, rushed the 12-footer. Rebound tapped, collected by Mills out of Lawrence North. Now it's loose on the deck again. And Wilson scoops it up. Zilkowski bowls her way to the rim. Shot blocked by Minch and a foul.
Zilkowski really taking it down deep. And we talked about here off camera, 27 points a game. That's a lot of points.
Second in the state in scoring was Ava Zilkowski.
6'1", good length, could score, going to Indiana Tech.
Really strong NAIA program, Indiana Tech. Went 30-4 last year, did the Warriors. Avery Kelly coming on, number 25 for the Tigers.
You know, Rob, if we're not at capacity, we're awful close to it. That's awesome. A for the girls, B for Knightstown.
Zilkowski hits both free throws. 18-16 the score. Wilson for 3, got it.
Bingo, that's what she does. Just a phenomenal player, so quick. Just an all-around really good player.
And on the baseline, we've got a foul. Ball out of bounds. Out front to Kayla Lacombe from Indiana Tech, who's into the game, and a foul called. Well, today's game, League Company congratulating Adrienne Tolan of West Lafayette for being a part of the Hoosier Gym Classic. Her appearance in today's game is brought to you by League Company Incorporated, Indiana's largest equipment supplier. From bleachers to lockers, chairs to cafe tables, basketball goals to wall pads, League Company is your source. Call Sean Doherty for your school needs in Northwest Indiana, 765-586-9706.
Well, a couple minutes left of this first period. It's been very active. They've kind of gotten a groove a little quicker, I think, than some of the All-Star games we've had.
Foul call on the way to the goal on Kelly.
Harness just really getting after it. She's got that game face, Rob, that, you know, everybody does bring to an All-Star game, but she certainly has. Average just under 21 for her senior year. Solid player out of Carroll, Florida County.
First Indiana All-Star at Carroll since 1977, and just the second one in school history. Splits the pair. Rebound scooped up off the floor. Kelly on a nice back cut, flips it in.
Really nice move by Kelly. Evansville Memorial, really nice cut. Just staying right at home.
Left. Donahue with a three, and that one looked like it went out of bounds, and now it finally does. Back to Terhune. Well, Allie Harness, who was at the foul line a moment ago, congratulations to her. Allie Harness of Carroll, Florida, for being a part of the Hoosier Gym Classic. Her appearance today brought to you by Lee Company Incorporated, Indiana's largest equipment supplier of school supplies. From bleachers to lockers, chairs to cafe tables, basketball goals to wall pads, Lee Company is your source. Stolen away by Haley Cole. Call Sean Doherty for all your school needs in Northwest Indiana at 765-586-9706. Kayla Lacombe with the long rebound keeps the possession alive. Missed the long jumper, though, and inside the three-point line, and Donahue collects. Inside a minute to go, first quarter, 23-20 our score. Terhune on top. Harness stop and go in the lane, flips it up and in, and a foul. Allie Harness making some things happen off the bench.
She really has, really come in with some energy. And see that quick step over, really quick player.
Let's cross over into the lane.
I got to admit, Rob, now I've seen Terhune on a map, but a couple of years ago I actually found it. I had never really.
Oh, did you really? Okay.
Yeah, I knew it was. I don't even live that far from it, really, and seen it on a map. And I actually, going to the ISC studios, I actually went by it, so I now legitimately know geographically where Terhune's at.
23-23 the score. McCombs' three is too strong. Cutting inside Mills, foul on the catch. Fouls on the floor. Both teams over the foul limit. Doing 5 team fouls to the bonus.
How are we doing on the score, Rob? Are we close now, 23 all?
I think we're in the ballpark.
That's all you care about in the All-Star game.
Scoreboard reached 23-23 as Kamara Mills toes the line out of Lawrence North. Going to play at Queens University in North Carolina. That's a new Division I program, only 2 years into Division I.
Really? I'm not familiar with that.
In Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yep. Will be
Awesome.
entering its 3rd Division I season coming up. Reagan Wilson working on the wing to Harness, who has 4 off the bench. Ooh.
Bingo.
Zilkowski hits the deep 3. Final seconds of this first quarter. Minch from near midcourt off the back of the rim. Out of bounds with 8/10, right into Dave Shellhouse's lap in the front row with 8/10. Cole looking.
Gotta go.
Donahue heaves it up over the backboard, and that'll do it. So the first quarter in the books shows Hickory on top by the score of 26-25. We'll keep it here and talk through this quarter break. Leading scorers in that first quarter, Ellery Minch for Terhune with 7, and Ava Zilkowski with 7 points off the bench for Hickory. Jan, some first impressions in that first quarter.
Well, I thought the ladies really got off to a quick start. You look, we're on 100 pace already, and that's just getting warmed up. So I thought really the ladies put on a really good show. three-pointer came into play really quick.
Well, as Jan mentioned, good crowd still filing in here. Some quick highlights in this first quarter. Chloe Spreen missed basketball getting the scoring started.
Yeah, Spreen.
Julianne Woodard was very aggressive for Terhune in that first quarter.
Spreen really showed us all what she can do. She's a driver, she's a slasher, she dished off and does so many things. When you think Miss Basketball, you typically just think about how they can score. And she has a lot to her arsenal.
The second quarter about to unfold. Talia Harris is back in. Number 4 in blue, Cameron Runner, who is the only player for either team that we did not see in the first quarter, is in the ball game. Out of Hamilton Heights. Harris, rainbow shot from the foul line's no good. Runner's got the steal. Tries the 3, too strong. Rebounded by Tolan, or make that Spreen rather. Her shot short.
Kind of slipped off her hands right when she shot it.
And Harshman puts it up and in. Rachel Harshman.
Out of Mooresville.
Going to play at St. Francis in the Crossroads Conference.
Good fit for her.
Spreen's shot is blocked out of bounds by Woodard. Jan, you and I have talked. We've had the privilege of doing a lot of Crossroads Conference games over the years.
Yeah.
That's a great league, both on the men's and the women's side.
Boy, you're right. St. Francis. You think about obviously Marion, Indiana Wesleyan, Grace. You go down. I'm missing some, but man, it is as good as anybody, and that's why they typically have 4 or 5 in the top 5 or 10 at all times. I like this young lady right here, man. I think Michigan State got an absolute steal out of her. They're 33 in the blue defensively. May have called for a foul there, but she just plays at both ends. Woodard, 6 foot out of Jennings County, had her a couple times. And not only is she a mismatch, she plays so hard, Rob.
Faith Wiseman at the line, misses the first. Now Pearson Automotive Tennis Club congratulates Allie Caldwell of Zionsville for playing in today's Hoosier Gym Classic. Pearson Automotive Tennis Club is Indiana's premier indoor tennis facility located in Zionsville. They've got 8 indoor tennis courts, allow you to play, learn, and stay in shape, rain or shine. Log on to PearsonTennis.com or call 317-559-7100 to reserve your court time or book a lesson today. Weissman missed both the free throws. Ball back to Terhune, down 3. Woodard long, too good.
Wow. There's that mismatch I talked about. It's difficult for a little bit smaller player to play her because she is so good from outside at 6 foot.
Harshman has 4 quick ones to start the second quarter. Long 3 by Woodard is good.
I read
it.
She knows we're talking about her now. It's one thing to do it, it's another to do it on cue, right?
She was way out, was Woodard. Woodard, first player for either team in the double figures with 11. Harshman shot blocked by Benge out of bounds. Peyton Benge heading to Spring Arbor. There's another NAIA program.
Yeah, Spring Arbor.
That Michigan-Indiana conference on the basketball side. Spreen on the wing.
I think we've really kind of now kicked into a solid game. The defense has picked up. Girls taking it, well, they always take it serious. But they're really going after it now, both defensively and offensively.
Tolan's fouled at the rim, shoot it twice.
Good look at Tolan from West Lafayette. Average just under 18 a game for the Red Devils. Going to Missouri S&T, is that right?
Yep, Division II program.
Okay.
In the same league as University of Indianapolis.
Gotcha.
A lot of Illinois and Missouri schools in that league. Matter of fact, UIndy is the only school in that league that's in the Eastern time zone.
Gotcha.
Everybody else in that league in Illinois and Missouri in the Central time zone. Tolan splits the pair. 31-30 the score. Harris knocks down the 3. Talia Harris. Talia Harris, I should say. Harshman turns it over.
Yeah, Harris, we've mentioned her already a few times. 5'8" out of Fishers, just a phenomenal career going to Mercer. Fisher's down, a little bit this year, but still 17-7 record, still a solid record in that incredibly tough sectional 8.
Peyton Bench's three-pointers over the rim and out of bounds.
You talk about that sectional 8 for the women. You're talking about Zionsville, Fishers, Noblesville, Southeastern. How many were in the top 5 or 6 in that women's sectional this year?
Harshman turned and faced the foul line, takes it right at Bench, missed the shot, got her own. Put it up, couldn't get the roll, but drew the foul and shoots 2. And already free throw attempts 5 and 6 for the Huskers here in this second quarter.
Harshman really coming in and being physical, and that's what she does. That's the game that I think St. Francis really wants her to bring to the Fort Wayne area.
Now, Coca-Cola of Kokomo is proud to congratulate Allie Harness of Carroll of Flora for representing your school and community in today's Hoosier Gym Classic. Just as Coca-Cola of Kokomo is proud to keep Allie's classmates hydrated in the classroom and her teammates hydrated on the court. Find out more at cckokomo.com. Harshman hits them both. Tie the game at 33. Harshman with 6 here in the quarter. Tolan for 3. Off the back of the rim. Harshman's got the rebound in deep. And the Huskers reset. Harshman finds screen, or make that Weissman cutting, lost the handle. Woodard stole it away. And a nice break up by Harness to deflect the pass off the end line.
Well, since the time Harness has come into the ball game, she has really played hard. I mean, she has her game face on.
Bench left side, dials it in. Well, she threw one over the rim on her previous shot, recalibrated, and knocks down the 3 for her first points.
Well, that looked good. That was a beautiful shot. Nice arch. 6'1" out of Plainfield. Mentioned going to Spring Arbor.
Also a tremendous high school golfer, Peyton Bench. Harness drives, drew the foul on the way to the rim. Foul on the floor. Get a good look at Cameron Runner out of Hamilton Heights. Takes the foul. A couple 20-point per game scorers going at it there between Harness and Runner. Harness putting it in, baseline left.
Yeah, you mentioned Runner, and we haven't talked a lot about her, but she averages just under 27 for her senior year.
3rd in the state.
Yeah, Huskies with a really good year. Regional
scoring.
champs, 24-3. Little plug for the Huskies. They always have a good women's program every year.
Runner hits it ahead. Woodard down the baseline, blocked from behind by Weissman. Tolan in the lane, pull up, short. Runner trying to get out of the corner and does to Woodard. Woodard for 3, no, too strong. Weissman's got the rebound. Up ahead, Tolan. Nice find to Harshman, who's by herself.
Beautiful pass. Love the look.
And Harshman with 8 in the quarter. Fueling for 3, around and off. Good block out by Spreen. Spreen pushing all the way, scooped it up and in under the arm of Woodard.
So quick. I'm not sure how she found a way to get through that little seam there, but the thing you recognize her among so many things we've mentioned, Rob, is how quick she is. Man, she could just turn it on in a hurry.
And Sherry Dowd wants time to quick regroup and to get some subs in. And while we have a moment, we'll take a moment to remind you that the Ed Martin Automotive Group would like to congratulate Kamara Mills of Lawrence North for being a part of today's Hoosier Gym Classic. When it comes to your next car, Ed Martin is the only name you need to know. Find out more at edmartin.com.
I'm an Ed Martin guy. Just bought my last car from Ed Martin.
There you go.
They treated me fantastic.
There you have it. Some new faces coming in during that stoppage.
Up and down we go, but I'll tell you, unlike regular games where you got 2 or 3 that can shoot the 3, you better be ready on your player you're defending, because everybody shoots the 3 in these games. You take your eye off who you're guarding for a second, and they'll pop a 3 on you. Oh, beautiful. Quick hands. Out of Donahue.
Poole back into the game.
Woo!
And a shake and bake jumper from the foul line.
I've seen her a couple times, Rob. She is so smooth.
Runner up for Miss Basketball, bound for Purdue.
I'm going to talk to her about her bus seat.
Her
I'm gonna sign her.
footwork is just off the chart. You can see why Katie Gerald was excited about signing that one.
Nope. She and Janaea Donahue, who's also out on the floor and with the basketball, helped Snyder to 3 straight sectional titles. Maybe one pass too many. Kick back out to Zilkowski for 3. It spins out. Donahue's got a steal.
Oh, what a
Nice pass
what
into
a
Poole,
rifle.
who put it up and in.
That's one. Mark that down on the replay. Beautiful pass. Love the pass.
That's 2 who have played together right there. High school teammates hooking up for an easy one. Mills on the drive, too strong. And Donahue fouled in the deep backcourt. That's unspoken communication between Poole and Donahue.
Yeah, that's knowing the game. Take a look here. Look at the quick pass here. This is the
That's
first
the one
one.
that set up Harshman for the bucket.
And look at that rifle. Not only was rifle, it was a dime right in the hands.
So Terhune is over the limit, putting Donahue at the line for 2.
I like shooting. I love great passing.
Donahue splits the pair, but Zilkowski's got the rebound, but throws the outlet away. On the wing, Kelly. Look for Lacombe off the roll, but it's thrown away. Reagan Wilson back in the game. Leaves it for Poole. Donahue. Reverse layup up and in.
Donahue coming in and showing some talent. That's a tough one. Had a little English on that thing, got it to spin in.
And the biggest lead of the game for either side. Huskers up 8. Kelly's jumper is no good. And Poole and Donahue making some things happen. The Fort Wayne Snyder connection. Wilson spots.
Yes.
Timeout.
That's my hometown girl. The Miller shooting a 3. I have to throw that in there every now and then, Rob.
Well, you have to, though, recognize, Jan, that it's the Fort Wayne duo of Janaea Donahue and Jordan Poole who have lifted Hickory to this 11-point lead.
Yep, no doubt about it. They've really got out, and that's what happens sometimes. One of these games is you get that 3-point streak going, and next thing you know, you got 11-point lead.
3:22 to go, first half, and the Huskers being coached by Amy Shear of Columbia City getting some direction as they lead by 11. Now, today's game brought to us by Visit Henry County. Take your shot in Henry County. Basketball destinations and so much more. Visit hoopsinhenry.com for trip planning ideas. Rob Brown and Jan Bozier with you this afternoon. So excited you've chosen to spend part of your Saturday with us. Great crew working with us today. Vince Morellis, our director. Dennis Glover on the replay. Dara Schultz handling our graphics. Rob Lynch, Ian Wheeler on the cameras. A packed Hoosier gym in Knightstown.
Love to see that, too. Girls really getting into it, putting on a beautiful show.
Cameron Runner going hard to the rim out of the timeout, drawing the foul.
This is the main event here at the Hoosier Gym in Knightstown. This is what they prepare for all year long. While they have like 80-some events here all year long, Rob, this is the key.
Now, we mentioned Cameron Runner earlier, 3rd in the state in scoring. As the Hamilton Heights Huskies won their 2nd straight regional title. In deep, Haley Cole back into the game, scores.
And I'm not sure how Poole ever got that pass off, and she has really been a delight to watch here in this 2nd quarter.
Runner's shot is blocked from behind by Zilkowski. Wilson tries another 3. That one is short. Good rebound by Cole. And Cole is fouled. We talked about, get a good look at Haley Cole out of Belmont. You talked about, Jan, athletes doing other sports, Cole, one of the top shot putters in the state of
Yeah.
Indiana. She's got a real chance for a podium finish coming up here in a couple months down in Bloomington at the state track championship.
That's awesome. But she's just an athlete, and athletes typically can play about any sport they want. But the thing that you really like about her from a basketball perspective going to Trine is she's so physical on inside, and that's a tough matchup for a lot of girls because of that physicality that she brings.
Hickory up 13. 2.5 to go, first half. Allie Caldwell back in the game, rims out of 3. Poole's got the rebound. Wilson trying to find an avenue. Donahue puts up the 3 and hits.
Well, I'll tell you, the Huskers are in sync right now, and may I say their defense has been pretty good too.
Huskers have limited the Tigers to just 12 points here in the quarter, to your point. And the Huskers get another stop, so it's a 27-12 Huskers advantage in this second period. Inside, 2 minutes to go, first half. Deep post to Cole, but the pass was at a bad angle and out of bounds. Turned
Yeah,
over.
and she knew as soon as her left her hand, she kind of backed in a little more, and Donahue goes, that's mine. But it's a great thought, just the pass wasn't there.
Runner leaves for Audrey as Center Grove. Ane is fouled on the way to the rim. Huskers, though, with fouls to give. Just the second foul in the quarter. Runner out between the circles. Takes Wilson in the lane, scooped it up off the back of the rim, no, but shoots it twice.
Well, the team in blue, the Terrahune Tigers, had 25 after 1, and they've only been able to put up 12 here in period number 2. Believe it or not, we'll have to say the defensive word again. Huskers picking it up a little bit.
Both Cameron Runner points have come from the foul line in the second quarter.
Listen, you've been honed for, what, 6 months to play hard defense, and by now it should kick in, right? Whether it's an all-star game or not.
One would think.
Oh, nice pass again.
Great find in low, and Zilkowski finishes it off. Steal by Donahue.
Donahue's really came in and put some numbers on the scorebook.
Wilson doubled. Finds Poole. Got free. Down the baseline. Poole scores.
Yeah, no doubt now. Huskers, the red team, in complete sync.
Ane for 3 off the rim. Rebounded by Cole.
Well, and they are where the rebounding part has really picked up too.
And Zilkowski running the floor. Couldn't finish the layup. Called for it. Donahue found her up the floor. Mills run off the line to the rim. Missed the shot.
Oh, didn't finish.
Poole with traffic coming behind. Wrapped it around her back. Ooh, shovel to Wilson. Jumper up. No good. Cole's got the rebound, though. Up and in and a foul.
I could watch Poole and Reagan Wilson play together all day long.
My.
Man, they're not going the same direction, but today they are flat out putting on a show right now. Take a look.
Wrap this around behind the back.
Can this young lady play, Rob?
And then she wrapped it around the defender. Wrapped the pass around the defender. Meanwhile, Cole hits the free throw to complete the three-point play, and it's a 22-point lead.
Poole can flat out play.
It's a 32-point quarter for the Huskers and a 22-point lead. This unit of 5 on the floor has put on display. Cole with a block shot off the baseline.
Cole's played very well. We highlighted her a few seconds ago, but she's doing it on both ends.
Take a look at this Cole block shot.
Clean, too.
Kelly traveled.
Oops.
As Wilson ran Kelly into the turnover. So presumably, Amy Shearer says one shot for her Huskers team, up 22. Poole loose in the lane, scoop shot up, scoop shot in.
That's pretty.
Just before the horn, and that's fitting. As Poole and Janaea Donahue, the Fort Wayne Snyder duo, combined for 14 in what is a 36-point second quarter for the Hickory Huskers. As Hickory leads this one at the break, 62-38. We'll step out and take a pause. You're watching the 19th annual Hoosier Reunion All-Star Classic right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Basketball in Henry County, Indiana means
the home of Hoosiers,
where legends live.
basketball in Henry County, Indiana means
a giant field house
and basketball courts in every park.
basketball in Henry County, Indiana means
family,
and friends
And team.
And fans.
basketball in Henry County, Indiana means
memories,
And history.
and future.
And hope.
Basketball
lives
Here.
Basketball lives here in Henry County, Indiana.
What's in a name? What's in a name? Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know.
Now they take a look at the Binge brothers. Hall of Famer Stan Binge, coach of the Ben Davis girls on the left in the red. Kurt Binge in the white, coach of Plainfield's girls. His daughter Peyton playing in this classic today on the right. Rob Brown and Jan Bozier with you. 62-38 our score. Halftime of this Hoosiers Reunion All-Star Classic. First of two games today. Girls at halftime, boys game to follow. We're happy you're spending part of your Saturday with us. Jan, first half impressions from what you saw. Hickory's, I don't want to say second unit because they're all All-Stars here in this Classic, but that group that played the back half of the second quarter was phenomenal. And that group of Jordan Poole, Reagan Wilson, Ava Zilkowski, Janaea Donahue, and Haley Cole sparked Hickory to a 36-13 advantage in that second quarter.
Well, and for me specifically, I thought Poole and Wilson just put on a show, specifically in quarter number two, defensively and offensively, passing, running, defensively. They didn't know it was an all-star game. They come out, brought their A game, and really kicked in this lead here, 62-38. I thought everybody played really well. I really love the fact the girls, came out and played hard and has put on a good show. But wow, the team in red, Hickory Huskers, defensively, offensively, rebounding were the difference in quarter number two.
Yeah, you don't often talk about defense in an all-star setting, but what the Huskers were able to do in holding Terhune to just 13 points rather, in a quarter, in a 10-minute quarter.
Yeah.
Not the 8-minute that these players are normally used to in a quarter setting. A 10-minute quarter, 13 minutes, phenomenal.
Yeah, well, most of the girls we mentioned are all playing basketball at the next level, so they understand defense is one thing in high school, it's another in college, so there is no time off to take working on your game, and this is a great opportunity to work on your game against really great competition.
Well, second half upcoming. We've got a couple more breaks to get to, so we'll go ahead and take one now. We'll step out for 90 seconds, come right back, and have more here at halftime as Hickory leads Terhune in this girls' version of the 19th annual Hoosiers All-Star Classic. Back in a moment on the ISC Sports Network.
basketball in Henry County, Indiana means
the home of Hoosiers,
Where legends live.
basketball in Henry County, Indiana means
a giant field house
and basketball courts in every park.
Basketball in Henry County, Indiana means
family,
and friends,
and team,
and fans,
basketball in Henry County, Indiana means
memories,
and history.
and future.
and hope.
Basketball
lives,
Here.
Basketball lives here in Henry County, Indiana.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
What's in a name? What's in a name? Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know.
Rob Brown, Jan Bozier back with you here at Hoosier Gym in historic Knightstown, Indiana. A Hoosiers Reunion Classic. Boys game to follow us.
Should be a good one,
First of
too.
two. Should be a good one.
It's for basketball. In fact, he's out there right now with his headphones on, warming up. See him right there in your picture.
Flory Badunga of
Flory
Kokomo.
Badunga, yeah. He's a difference maker. You talk a lot about his dunks, which he's been known for, but the thing I think he changes is the rim protection. He just changes the whole perspective of offense, specifically in high school. At Kansas, we'll see what that does, but he clearly changes the dynamics because of his defensive rim protecting for me.
Well, looking forward to see how this second half unfolds in this girls all-star game. Let's take a look at some first half highlights. Terhune got out early, had a couple different leads in that first quarter. Chloe Spreen missed basketball, turned away at the rim.
Yeah, she did not disappoint. Her quickness really, I thought, came to the forefront for me.
Ellery Minch had 7 points in that first half for Terhune. Rachel Harshman had her shot blocked, but Harshman led all scorers on the Hickory side with 10 first half points. And you see Harshman with a finish here for 2 of her 10. But Janaea Donahue of Fort Wayne Schneider, find her Fort Wayne Schneider teammate Jordan Poole, and it was that group in the back half of the first quarter, Jan. Poole, Schneider, Haley Cole with a bucket that really ignited Hickory at the end of that second quarter.
I thought Donahue came in and did some things you don't see on the scorebook. Just really great assists. Came in, really helped move the ball. Just overall court awareness, just kind of the intangibles you don't really see in the scorebook, and just got her team going.
Well, we got one more break to get to. We'll take a quick 30 seconds, come right back, take you up to the start of the second half of this girls game in this Hoosiers Reunion All-Star Classic. That's back in a moment. You're watching the ISC Sports Network.
Basketball in Henry County, Indiana means
the home of Hoosiers,
Where legends live.
basketball in Henry County, Indiana means
a giant field house,
and basketball courts in every park.
basketball in Henry County, Indiana means
family,
and friends,
and team,
And fans.
basketball in Henry County, Indiana means
memories,
And history.
and future.
and hope.
Basketball
lives,
Here.
Basketball lives here in Henry County, Indiana.
And we get set to start the second half of the girls version of this girls-boys all-star classic doubleheader for the historic Hoosier Gym in Knightstown, Indiana. Rob Brown alongside Jan Bozier. Jan, the first game in this gym was played on November the 25th, 1921. between the Sulphur Springs Bluebirds and the Knightstown Falcons.
Awesome. That's the year I was a senior, I think.
1921. If your Noblesville letter jacket with a 21 on the sleeve.
Oh, it feels like it some days, especially when I have to walk up these long steps.
Of course, they filmed the home court of the Hickory Huskers in the movie Hoosiers. I have some deep cut Hoosiers movie, not trivia, but knowledge that I'm going to drop on you later today.
I can't wait. I'll probably flunk it, but I can't wait to try.
Well, it's not really, I'm not going to ask it, but just some.
Oh, you're going to bring it to me.
Deep knowledge that you may not be aware
See,
of.
Reg Straw would make me do a true or false.
No. I'm not going to put you in that kind of spot.
Right.
I'm just going to deep knowledge.
I think I was like 2 for 50 this year in the trivia questions.
When we have some downtime, I'm going to work it
right.
in. And just like everything else, it all ties back to Southport.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Why would I not guess that would be the case?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's the historic scoreboard.
Yes, they found that from Nebraska, and I think maybe last year was the first year for it.
It was donated by a gentleman from 1,000 miles away.
That's awesome. That's the way it was. Even before the lights, they actually had the rotating numbers, that same style, and that's the way the clock used to look.
It was donated from a gentleman in Ainsworth, Nebraska. Last used at a high school in Nebraska in May of 1968. Back to action we go. Hickory with the basketball, and screen goes right to the rim. It rolls off. Comes Talia Harris. Pass deflected, out of bounds. You get a look at the Terhune bench. We did not talk about Sherry Dowd. You see the two coaches on the bench. Sherry Dowd is the coach to the right from Eastern Hancock. She is retiring.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for her.
After 20 years as a head coach. Most recently at Eastern Hancock.
Well,
This is her last act as a head coach,
wonderful
coaching this all-star game.
Wonderful service to young ladies and men throughout your career. Thank you.
Also coached at Pendleton Heights. All turned over, and Eastern Hancock gets it back. Or Eastern Hancock, Terhune gets it back. Eastern Hancock
I
on
knew
the
what you
brain.
meant.
Yeah. In the lane, Harris. Runner's no good. In deep, Cole put it up and in. Mills' three is short.
There you go. Getting active is Binge again from Plainfield. They got to get some offense rolling here. She certainly is an offensive-minded young lady, averaging just under 18 a game for the Quakers this year. And of course, the Quakers had a really good year this year, regional champs, 18-8. She was a major part of that.
Won a sectional for the first time in 8 years, did the Quakers.
Yeah.
Of course, her dad, Kurt, was her coach. He is here today.
That's got to feel pretty good as a dad.
Woodard rebounds the block shot, takes it the other way.
It's tough and it's rewarding.
Wide of the mark is the three, and Donahue scoops it up. Pass deflected off the inline. It stays with Hickory. 64-41 the score. Poole, hard drive and kick. Silkowski's three rims out.
Down in and down out.
Fewing's pass deflected and stolen. Screen,
pretty.
nice hit ahead to Poole, who lays it in.
Really pretty pass by Screen. And, you know, I'm not sure, maybe you said it, but she's going to Alabama. Interesting choice for Miss Basketball.
Screen is the third Miss Basketball in BNL history. Harris's runner too strong. Put back no good. Woodard fouled on the putback, shoots it twice.
Boys and girls or just girls?
Just girls.
Okay, just girls.
Yep.
Well, obviously Damon Bailey was boys.
Yeah, Marla Inman in 1992.
Inman, I remember.
Jory Allen.
Okay.
5 years ago in 2019. Woodard's first free throw is good.
Well, a lot of schools love just to have one. And what do they got, boys and girls? Is that 4?
I believe so, yeah.
You think
Second
of
free
Bedford
throw
North
is good.
Lawrence, you think of Mr. and Miss Basketball, that's for sure.
66-43. Couple minutes into this third quarter. Donahue, great bounce across the paint to Cole, but fouled on the way is Donahue.
Going to Bowling Green. Is that Bowling Green of Ohio?
Yes, in the MAC.
Okay.
Yep. Play for Fred Schimmel at Bowling Green. Spreen down the baseline. Good contest by Fewing. Spreen got her own. Got it again. Foul at the rim. Is Spreen, shoots 2. Spreen shoots 2. Well, congrats to Ava Zilkowski of Crown Point for being a part of the Hoosier Gym Classic. Her appearance in today's game is brought to you by Lee Company Incorporated, Indiana's largest school equipment supplier. From bleachers to lockers, chairs to cafe tables, basketball goals to wall pads. Lee Company is your source. Call Sean Doherty for all of your school needs in Northwest Indiana at 765-586-9706. Spreen splits the pair, and has the rebound at the other end. Donahue cut off, up and under though.
I have not seen Donahue till today, but I love her game. She is so willed to get it to the hoop.
Some creativity after initially being cut off on the baseline.
Fort Wayne Schneider.
Woodard bumped out of bounds and fouled by Cole. Yeah, you see Poole and Donahue work together. You see now why Fort Wayne Schneider dominated 4A play in Fort Wayne the last 3 years. Winning 3 straight sectionals up in the Summit City. Long 3 by Fewing is good.
Going to Marion. You just talked about Marion a few minutes ago. That's a nice addition. Team that had a phenomenal year this year.
Spreen's baseline jumper rolls off, knocked out of bounds. Well, you and I had the privilege to call a lot of Marion games the last couple of years, and certainly last year. Watch Steve Brooks' team go 33-2. Win the Crossroads League's regular season and conference tournament. They got to the Elite 8 in the NAIA tournament. Long 3 by Mills off the heel of the rim. Binge, though, gets the offensive rebound to keep the play alive.
Well, it's going to be difficult to go to Marion, not see Ellen Collier there. Assuming she doesn't return. I don't think she is, last I heard. But, man, what a privilege to be a part of what she brought to that program from Danville. She was something to watch.
Poole spins in the lane and scores. Oh, my, what a move.
I do think she has another year of eligibility. Last I heard, I don't think she's coming back, but whatever the case may be, man, what a great four-year run for her.
Poole the other way. Jumper spins off, but Spreen's got the rebound. Kicks to Zilkowski, too strong with the 3. Cole kicks back to Donahue. 3 on the step back is good.
Donahue just looks comfortable, doesn't she? She just plays the game with a comfort that is so fun to watch. Great passer.
Harris has a screen from Woodard if she wants it. Instead takes the 3, too strong, off the back of the rim. Donahue, baseball pass ahead, finds Spreen under the rim for a score.
Are you sure Donahue doesn't play baseball too, or softball? She can just thread the needle. Take a look at this. The rebound, and then full court, right in the hands.
That was off the dribble with one hand, did not bring the second hand up to collect it.
That's impressive.
So again, that 5 pushing the game again, and the lead is 28. Janaea Donahue sparking things along with Jordan Poole, her high school teammate, to her left.
Well, you can see just those two alone on any ball club. Add anything to that, you can see why Snyder was so dynamic this year.
22-3 were the Panthers.
Yeah.
Of Fort Wayne Snyder.
Sectional champs.
Adriane back in the game for Center Grove, number 40 in blue. Avery Kelly turns the corner in the lane, tied up by Harshman. And a jump ball will keep it at the Terhune end.
Avery Kelly, Evansville Memorial, going to stay at home. Going to go to Evansville, University of Evansville.
Well, 2 Evansville commits in this game. Cameron Runner the other. Kelly's fouled at the rim.
Yeah, from Hamilton Heights.
Shoots 2, Will Kelly. Nice pass by Ane to find Kelly on the cut. Kelly hits the first free throw. Well, Coca-Cola of Kokomo is proud to congratulate Allie Harness of Carroll of Flora for representing her school and community in today's Hoosier Gym Classic. Just as Coca-Cola of Kokomo is proud to keep Allie's classmates hydrated in the classroom and her teammates hydrated on the court. Find out more at cckokomo.com. Both free throws good. And the miss rebounded at the other end and pushed by the Tigers. Jumper too strong by Minch and grabbed by Harshman. Turned over. 26-point lead by the Huskers. Minch struggling, but able to get it out to Woodard. Fadeaway shot from the foul line is forced and missed, rebounded by Harshman. Harshman spins in the lane on Lacombe and scores.
Here she is again. She's really had a good game.
Harshman with 12.
Yeah, 12 points. She averaged 17 for the Pioneers.
Woodard hook pass over to Lacombe.
Nice
Minch
cut.
on the cut.
Really
Bump foul
nice cut.
scored.
Really nice cut. Minch moving without the ball, 6'2" for the Marauders this year, average 14 going to DePaul. Really good cut. She's a nice, lengthy young lady.
Minch, 4 years of varsity player and won 4 sectional titles. That's pretty good.
That's impressive.
That's you walk out of your high school career never losing a sectional title.
Yeah, you hope for 1, maybe 2, but 4, that's a different
4 out of 4, that's
different
not bad.
conversation, isn't it?
Harshman to the rim, scores again. 80-53. Ane bumped on the perimeter and fouled. Tolan up too tight. Takes the personal. I've long since quit trying to keep track of individual fouls. I'm assuming this is a summer league situation. You could commit 40 and nobody's going to care.
I don't think really anybody does care.
Ane shoots 2. Audrey Ane, an Indiana All-Star. We did not talk Jan as Audrey Ane toes the line. She's going to go to West Point. We've got
we haven't talked
we've
about
got
that.
a girl and a boy today
That is
who are
awesome.
both going to West Point. Audrey Ane, Dylan Moran's from Guerin Catholic in the boys game going to West Point also. So we salute
Absolutely.
both Audrey Ane and Dylan Moran's going to go to the U.S. Military Academy in West Point
Thank you so
and
much.
serve the country.
That is so awesome. From Center Grove, average 13 for the Trojans this year.
Deep 3 by Allie Harness at the other end, 83-55. Jumper is short by Minch. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Harness the other end, feeling it, missed it too strong from 16. Woodard had her pocket picked and fouled by Tolan.
I got to think that Woodard has at least double digits in rebounding in this game. I don't not keeping them, but she has to have at least 10.
Well, given her activity level and chasing down rebounds, you can see how she had over 1,000 for her career.
Yeah.
1,111 to be exact. Timeout at the Terhune end. We'll keep it here. 2:57 to go, third quarter. 2 shots on the other side of this timeout. Today's game is brought to us by Dan Thompson of Thompson Wealth Management. Reagan Wilson of Noblesville's appearance in today's game is presented by the Thompson Wealth Management Group of RBC. Financial security begins by building a plan you can trust. Dan and his team provide custom advice for your individual needs and goals. No matter where you are in life, you can depend on their independence and expertise. Call Dan Thompson today at 317-810-5414 or visit thompsonwmg.com to set up your complimentary consultation.
You know, we were talking about Woodard going to Michigan State, and she just has that look about her where, for a college player, she's built like a college player, the IQ of a college player, and the upside. I can't wait. Hopefully you and I are around in another 4 years to talk about what she accomplished at Michigan State.
She's got an inside-outside game. She can score.
She's a mismatch at a guard. That's something that everybody can't say. And she can play 3 or 4 positions.
Yeah, you hear people talk about a player that can score at 3 levels. I mean, 3 mid-range at the rim.
She's that girl.
She's one of those types of players.
I agree.
Harness tries the long 3, and Woodard hauls in another rebound. Kelly walks it up the floor. 2.5 to go in the third. And Wilson with a nice job to steal away the entry
nice
pass. Harshman, hook pass. Weissman wasn't ready for it.
I was feeling it, you know.
Jam was ready to let one go there, let a yell go. Wilson's runner is too strong. Minch.
3 great passes and couldn't finish. That's too bad.
Woodard on a step back, in and out. Few things will generate a yell from my partner quickly than a series of excellent passes.
I'm in it.
Post pass kicked.
I was the ultimate Larry Bird fan, not because of just he's the most unbelievable passer, him and Magic Johnson. I miss that type of passing. There's still some of it around, but, man, they did it every night.
Division.
Every night.
So Wilson on the inbound far side. Harness working behind a Weissman screen. Now Weissman goes to post. Wilson, the long one. Karam's out. Back to the Tigers.
Reagan Wilson going to Iowa State. It's a long way from Noblesville.
Iowa State. Her dad played at Oklahoma.
Okay.
Backing in Minch with a turnaround hook shot. 83-59. Fairly even third quarter after a lopsided 36-13 advantage for the Huskers in red in the second. Harshman, good, up fake and scores.
I tell you, she has, I don't believe I had her this year, but she has been impressive to me.
Woodard for 3 off the front rim. Her game reminds me of the up fakes and the up and unders around the rim. A lot of Zach Randolph.
It's a difficult player to guard against because she has so many ball fakes involved in her game.
She's got a lot of Zach Randolph-like moves around the rim with the footwork and the up and unders and the up fakes.
Plays hard. That's what I like about it. Just flat out comes in when she's in here, just plays hard, and that's what you want.
Adrienne Tolan of West Lafayette at the line for 2. First one up and in. It's a 24-21 advantage for Hickory in this third quarter. Tolan's 2 free throws give her 6 points. 87-59. Minch rebounds the miss. Now Woodard finds Minch in the block, and she rolls it in. Minch was 7 in the quarter.
Yeah, had a really good third quarter here out of Minch.
Tolan has an avenue and finishes with a left hand.
Good cut. Really good cut to the rim.
Kelly looks ahead to Minch on the baseline. Harshman is there to defend. Minch tries to step away and flips it in. Nice move.
Now she's in a groove. I mean, she was scoring good. Now she's flat out, I want the ball. I'm in a groove.
Wilson has the ISO against Kelly, finds a cutting Harness who scores.
Beautiful pass by Reagan Wilson. Beautiful.
91-63. Woodard is fouled on the baseline. Hickory's over the limit.
Take a look at this pass by Reagan Wilson. One-handed, in stride, beautiful finish. Just the way we raise them in Noblesville, right?
That's right.
To pass the ball perfectly.
All 4 of Woodard's points have come from the free throw line in this third quarter. We start with Hickory sitting on 91 points. You start thinking about 124.
That wasn't that long ago.
Scoring
either.
record for in the girls' game. Harness's jumper is good.
Got it.
So 193, or 124 the record, 193 points for Hickory after 3. So it might be in range. We'll see. 93-65 our score. We'll keep it here. After 3 quarters of play, so it's a 31-27 advantage for Hickory in the third period.
Well, the good news is the Terhune, the blue team, found some offense. The bad news is the Huskers also kept their offense, so they didn't make up a lot of ground after that second quarter. Husker 36-point production. Still pretty good effort, I thought, by both teams in that third period of play.
Yeah, they kept it going. You know, see Sherry Dowd being recognized at the free throw line to our right. Sherry Dowd, the coach of the Terhune Tigers. There she is. There's Sherry. Retiring after 20 years as a varsity head coach. Most recently the coach at Eastern Hancock, being recognized during this quarter break. Melissa Winkler, the longtime head coach at Rushville, the coach to the left. Some highlights for the in our third quarter here as we take a look.
Yeah, I thought Minch really played well in that third period. You see her finish there. Oh, there it is, folks.
There we go. There's Larry Bird's
there it is.
College and Boston Celtics jersey. Those are replicas because I don't recall the Adidas logo being on the Celtics jersey when Larry was playing, but
I don't care. They can
like
put whatever
you
logo
like it
they want.
As
long as 33 is represented in the house,
there you go.
My day is made. Now, if Vince, our guy, figured out how to get that on, I owe him dinner.
There you go. We got that on tape. Harness's runner is off the rim. Weissman's got the rebound, no good. Got her own. Tried to swing it out to Poole, but the pass is out of bounds. But Terhune has it back. 93-65 is our score. Lacombe, 3 is no good.
The three-point basket for the Tigers has just kind of went away here in the second half.
Oh, what a dynamic shot by Poole.
Well, her middle name's dynamic. Everything she does has the word dynamic wrapped around it.
Ane's 3 is off the mark. And Poole's on the run. Pass too much, too high. Over the head of Spreen and out of bounds.
You know the thing, obviously, when she plays, she just brings a level of quickness to the game, and that's going to be fit into Purdue beautifully because that just brings an automatic tempo getter.
Minch leaves for Ane. Poole applying the pressure. Ane got a screen, tried to tuck it under Weissman to no avail. Harness looked ahead to Poole, but passed too far, out of bounds. Look at that step through and the flip with the offhand. Oh my, what a shot.
Little highlight reel for her today. Regardless what she does, she'll be able to watch this among 4 years of greatness.
Wilson's got the steal. Pull up from the foul line, too strong, and it hit the cable above the rim. That'll get the ball back to the Tigers. See the boys team up there on the stage.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Boys game to follow this one. Harness to Spreen, lays it in. (97-65). Runner's shot is off the bottom of the rim, maybe left the floor a bit too early. Here comes Harness on the push. Bounce to Spreen under the bucket, fading. ball. No. Ane picked it up before it went out of bounds. Thought she was going to let it go. Instead, Lacombe gets it back from Minch. And Lacombe threw it right to Harness. Harness weaves through the lane, had her shot blocked. Play getting a little raggy. Poole fading, shooting, missed it short. Caldwell gets it back from Ane. Caldwell killed the dribble at the block. And Caldwell used the elbow to clear some space. Wilson is collecting herself on the right baseline.
Ouch.
Appears to be okay.
Yeah. Said you're not supposed to take one in the chops in an all-star game.
No.
That's taking one for the team.
No, you are not. Spreen mid-post. Tucks it in, missed the shot against Lacombe. Maybe a little fatigue setting in here.
I think
perhaps?
for some it may be, yeah. It's if you have it, you working out's one thing, playing in an up and down's another animal. This one young lady doesn't seem to ever get tired.
Spreen all the way to the rim, had it knocked out by Caldwell.
You know, when you're recruiting as a coach, you look at a lot of different things, and somebody who can just motor for minutes on minutes has an attraction, and she's that person. Just plays relentless all the time. Doesn't seem like she ever gets winded.
Wilson wants a long one, too strong. Out of bounds.
Wilson says, you're going to knock me in the chops, I'm going to nail three on you. It just didn't go in.
Back to the Tigers. 6.5 to go.
Oops.
Pass is errant and out of bounds. Ane was open in the corner, but the pass was wide of the mark. Poole, elbow jumper behind the screen is good. Terhune has yet to score in this final quarter.
Yeah, their offense is just kind of stymied a little bit here.
Caldwell, elbow jumper is too strong. Ane, though, snuck in, got the rebound. Tucks it up, tucks it in, puts it in. Ane, count the bucket, put her on the line. Well, Audrey Ane of Center Grove was at the line. Her appearance today is presented by the Thompson Wealth Management Group of RBC. Financial security begins by building a plan you can trust. Dan and his team provide custom advice for your individual needs and goals. No matter where you are in life, you can depend on their independence and expertise. Call Dan Thompson today at 317-810-5414 or visit thompsonwmg.com to set up your complimentary consultation. High arcing three by Minch is wide. Harness on the push.
Harness has been solid. You've mentioned her names multiple times now from Carroll. 20-4. We're the Cougars this year.
I like Harness. Harness has a nice little mid-range game.
She does, I would agree.
Little floaters, and going to Western Michigan, another MAC player.
She just has that intangible grittiness about her too. There are certain things you don't coach, and just that determination and attitude, grittiness, and you can see that the way she plays.
Good hand for the players coming off, presumably with 5:35 to go in the game, that'll be the last we see of this group.
And they did an excellent job. Really came in. I thought they represented their schools well, did what they did so often.
Reagan Wilson went to go see the trainer after getting that elbow moments ago. She's okay, but we'll go get that checked out. Harshman calling for a screen out front. Takes it right to the rim. Missed it too strong. Donahue saved it, though, to Harshman. Pass across the paint to Cole. Collection dribble shot, no. Rebound by Zokowski, no. Cole still at it, missed it. Harshman's got it, put it up and in.
How about 8 touches?
My. That looked like that one Pacer possession where they had 8 offensive rebounds last night. Rebound by Donahue. One-hand shot, pushed past to Harshman for 3. Got it.
Harshman says, I can do it all, and I'm going to show you. And she comes outside and hits the J.
I've got Harshman for 21,
I
lead
think
all scorers.
I told you, there's always kind of that diamond in the rough in these games. While you know they're capable, it's not typically who you think might come and really put on a surprise. And I think she may be that young lady today.
Step back, they call that a 2 for Harris. 106-70 offensive foul called on Donahue. Well, Hickory is sitting on 106 with 4:25 to go. See the boys players come walking down below us. And the record for most points in a game by a girls team is 124. With 4:25 to go and Hickory sitting on 106, Jan, I think that is well within range.
It's definitely in range. It's doable.
Who would you like for player of the game? Thinking 10 or 4.
Yeah.
3 out front is wide of the mark. Donahue's got the rebound. Donahue looking for a setup. Cole tries 3 off the rim. Binge with a nice traffic rebound ahead to Harris. Great diagonal pass to Fueling running the rim.
Beautiful, beautiful. Harris nails that pass from Fishers. She's had a nice ball game.
Donahue forced it in, and Binge with a nice overplay and steal.
Oh, my.
So we're going to make a note, Jan. 124 is the scoring record in the girls' game, and that occurred in 2007. So we're going to keep an eye on that. With 3.5 to go. Time is starting to draw a little short, though. Mills travels.
All right. You and Rakestraw have these invincible memories.
Oh, my gosh. You're going to ask me who played in that game?
Yeah, give me a player who may have played in that game.
My gosh. Oh, gosh.
I actually asked Rob something they have to think about. Normally it's off the top of his tongue.
You stumped me on that one.
Not because I tried. I was just trying to have any recollection whether I called it or not. I don't think they did.
In deep. Zilkowski misses, got her own, put it up and in. Ball stolen. Donahue leaking out to the rim, put it up, and it danced off. Zilkowski's there to clean it up. And Hickory gets it back on the turnover. And Zilkowski again scores. All right, you ask and you shall receive. Tashia Phillips.
Yep, was missed. I was looking up
from
myself.
Brebeuf. I've got the roster right here in front of me.
All right, she was. I do remember her.
Harshman's shot is blocked. Mills has it. Sydney Smallbone of South Bend St. Joseph's.
Yeah, I don't think I did that one. I do remember her though from Brebeuf. My, how time flies, though. She was a solid player.
They're 10 points away.
Phillips was.
So this was the team that scored the
okay, let's hear it.
I'm going to give it to you here.
All right.
Jumper in the corner by Mills is good. 114-74. You've got Sarah Bassler from Southport, Brittany Bowen from Columbus North, Leanne Douglas from Shelbyville, Nicole James from Franklin Central. 3 is good by Zilkowski. Sabrina Johnson from Jeffersonville, Molly Martin from Terre Haute North, Tashia Phillips, Miss Basketball from Brebeuf. Mills for 3, good.
Yeah,
Mills
some,
has hit 2 long jumpers in a row.
some solid names in that list.
Shelby Ross from Columbus East, Stephanie Thomas from Avon. And Tolan flips it up and in with the left hand and a foul. Jasmine Ussery from Castle and Deja Willis from Anderson. The coach was Dawn Bassiker from Knightstown.
There you go.
So 119. The record again is 124.
Asking you shall receive.
There you go. Tolan misses. Cole's got it. Shot blocked. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Hickory.
Cole has come in and represented herself very well from Belmont.
I wonder if they're aware of the record. Do you think?
I don't know.
Donahue, shot blocked and a foul called.
I'm going to keep my eye on Donahue as she goes to college. She has really raised my eyebrow on her play today. I've never seen her play before, but wow, she has been impressive.
So Allie Caldwell, her appearance today is brought to us by Pearson Automotive Tennis Club. Congratulating Allie for playing today. Pearson Automotive Tennis Club is Indiana's premier indoor tennis facility located in Zionsville. Got 8 indoor tennis courts that allow you to play, learn, and stay in shape, rain or shine. Log on to PearsonTennis.com. Call 317-559-7100 to reserve your court time or book a lesson today.
I know exactly where that's at. Beautiful facility.
So Donahue hits both free throws. I've got her for 16 points. Kowski called for the foul. Ben shoots 2. So the Huskers are 3 points away from tying the single game team scoring record of 124 points. Peyton Benj, first free throw good.
Well,
Benj has scored 6 today.
Peyton Benj is going to fit in really well with Spring Arbor. She's consistent. She's solid. I
Second
think
free
she'll do
throw
well.
missed. Up the floor, Harshman. Cole for 3. Line drive, good.
Bingo. Cole's been very active here in quarter number 4.
And that ties the record.
Yeah, it does.
Benj puts it up good. And Kelly with the steal. 124-82. Donahue. Cole flips it up. And I missed it. No good. Benj has it. Oh, that would have given him the record. And now they're going to tie it. Donahue.
Got a shot.
And
No!
they didn't get it. They didn't get it off. And so the Hickory Huskers will tie the 2007 Hickory Huskers with 124 points. But the Huskers win the ball game 124-82 over the Terhune Tigers. Fabulous game here in game 1 of this 19th annual Hoosiers Reunion All-Star Classic. We'll stay here and hand out our Blue Collar Player of the Game presented by Boilermakers Local 374. And Jan, this game was popped open by a 36-13 advantage from Hickory, and it was triggered by that player right there, Janaea Donahue of Fort Wayne Snyder. She was fantastic.
She really was. Just did a lot of things. This is one of the things she did really well that's on the scoreboard, but those are the things right there, I think, that surpassed my impression of her because she passed. She played D. She does all the small things. I'm telling you, I think Bowling Green got a steal.
Well, Janaea Donahue, passing, rebounding, setting up teammates, also had 16 points. She is today's Blue Collar Player of the Game presented by Boilermakers Local 374. Become a Union Boilermaker and be on your way to a great career. Find out more when you log on to local374.org. There you get a look at Janaea Donahue out of Fort Wayne Snyder High School, bound for Bowling Green University in the MAC. She helps lead her team to victory. 124-82 is our final score. But stay tuned. We'll have another game for you here in approximately 25 minutes or so. our start time. Be available here on the ISC YouTube channel and ISC.com. I want to thank our great crew working with us today. Vince Morellis, our director, Dennis Glover on the replay, Derek Schultz, the graphic, Rob Lynch, Ian Wheeler on the cameras. For my partner, Jan Bozier, I'm Rob Brown. Back with you in about 25 minutes. Until then, so long, everybody.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org.